Dude, I love Yosuke so much. Man, I love this character. One of my absolute favorites. Behold, my mini knives! Too bad for you, you're poisoned. How do you poison a robot? How does that work? Let's Beyblade! Ba 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 ba! Dun 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 dun. What's your L1? Is his L1 a counter? I think his L1 is a counter. Okay, well, she outsmarted me there. Ooh, that damage. What? How'd she hit me there? I'm V-slashing. There we go. The shadow finally stops moving and settles down. I run to Labris and pick her up. She's still awake, but her expression is gloomy.
I'm such a failure. I can't win against anyone. I even let my shadow out. I'm a weapon, but I'm so useless. It would be better if I was just scrapped.
The lack of energy in her voice and body is enough to put me at a loss for words. Do I have it in me to convince her otherwise? That doubt came crawling back into my mind. But I still need to tell you. I open my mouth to put the heavy feelings in my heart to words.
Hey, there was someone I liked once, but she got killed. It was the worst thing you could imagine. I couldn't forgive myself or believe she was gone. I even tried to forget about her. I thought then that no one could understand how I felt. I mean, how could they if they weren't me? Only I could understand how I felt. That's what I thought. I had given up, but that wasn't true. Even if people haven't had exactly the same experiences, they can still understand each other. I have some great friends now to prove it.
Friends.
If I'm strong at all, it's because I have them. I can remember my friends are with me whenever it really counts.
Yeah, but I don't have that.
You should, though. There must have been someone who was important to you. Just think back.
Labris's lips quiver and she shakes her head gently. A single tear was all it took. Like a dam breaking, she starts to cry.
They're all gone. I can't see them anymore. And it's all my fault.
Yeah, huh? That's what Shadow Labris was getting at. She didn't just lose them. I don't know the details, but I'm gonna bet that she had to destroy someone herself against her will. I can't imagine the pain that would cause. But
I see. Can't it be us? Your friends.
as I say that, I stretch out my hands to her. But Labris looks away from me and she won't take my hand.
How? I'm not human.
Who cares? One of my friends is a shadow. Remember Teddy? The one who was acting like your knight? He was originally a shadow. And you have Aige-san with you too. I know she was really worried about you.
Really?
She raises her head and looks at me, but she still hesitates. Shoot. I really don't know what to say in situations like this. I bet you would have the best lines memorized just for this occasion. Yeah, every Persona protagonists, every night before they go to bed, they have to memorize the most common and, like, cliche answers to personal problems. Okay. I gotta try something that sounds natural, no matter if it's particularly suave or not. Time to try a joke. Oh, here we go.
You know, my arm's gonna get tired leaving my hand out like this.
Labris looks confused for a brief moment, but it looks like I chose right. Yo, that was a suave line. That wasn't just a joke. That was suave.
You really are something, you know that?
He sure is. With a smile, Labris takes my hand. It's cold and hard, but it feels natural, because I know that it's the hand of a girl who's trying her best.
I'm not alone.
That's right. We'll be by your side.
Labris nods her head and slowly stands up. I offer to help her up, but she pushes my arm away and walks towards her shadow. The shadow says nothing. It just stares at Labris.
Wanting everyone to understand. You weren't wrong about how I feel.
Aw, dude, that was so good. I'm probably biased because of how much we're gonna watch this just because. I'm probably biased because of how much I love Yosuke as a
I'm
character,
sorry I ignored you all this time.
but that was
I
just
the
great.
one who left you all alone. No. You are me, after all.
I think we've only seen this like once. Oh, this music is so good. Yo, aside from Labrys's backstory, Yosuke's version of this game, the Yosuke storyline for Arena, probably my favorite so far. I feel like Yosuke's story just fits so well with Labrys's, with the whole being alone thing and wanting to be understood and have friends and whatnot. It fits with Yosuke's story.
Is my persona.
It fits with Yosuke's story so well, and I love how they went through Yosuke's thing with the Shadow and remembering he has his friends with him and everything else that happened, and then he turns that around to be able to help Labrys. I love that a lot. That's great. Wow. It's such an elegant white silhouette, it's hard to imagine it was the same as that black bull Shadow. I was worried that there might be something wrong, like she was damaged or something, but when she turns to me, I can see the strength in her eyes. I breathe a sigh of relief. I lift my face and cheerfully call out to her.
Well, let's get going. Back to where our friends are waiting.
You got it.
Now that she's accepted herself, she nods to me and smiles like when we first met. Nah, even brighter. Labrys accepted her shadow and the host disappeared. For a while, I was worried how the P-1 Grand Prix was gonna end, but it's all over now. So all that's left is for us to get the heck out of here. I hear from Rize that all those fantastic invisible walls have disappeared. Now I can go meet up with my buddies in Aigis. Or so I thought. Led by Rize, Yu, Chie, and Yukiko all come running into the announcement room. Teddy, Kanji, and Naoto follow him. Way to rush things. But I guess I would want to run around if I was stuck in a cage all day too. The investigation team is back together. Everyone is surprised when they see Labrys. I mean, I can't blame them, she's a robot. I explained the circumstances to him. Labrys looks tense the entire time, but, of course, even after learning how all of this has transpired, there wasn't a single one of us who would blame her.
I lost in the very first round. I wish I could have fought a little more.
Imagine losing in round one, what a loser.
I'm glad that I didn't have to fight you, Chie. At least fighting against Yosuke-kun didn't trouble my conscience much.
Wow, rude! My man just saved the day!
It didn't?
There. She can say that because she loves you.
Pardon me if I don't share your optimism there.
These guys are way too easygoing. As I'm complaining, Kanji seems pretty enthusiastic.
We should do that again sometime. It ain't good for our bodies if we don't let our personas out once in a while.
But normal people can't let them out.
I'll sponsor a real Grand Prix.
Now we're talking!
I'll call it our very first go on a date with Teddy Grand Prix.
Now we're not talking! Get me out of here!
No one would enter.
How cruel.
Yukiko's voice actress delivered that line so perfectly. Teddy balls and throws himself into Labrys's arms, and she hesitantly opens her mouth to speak.
Can I sign up?
Don't.
You shouldn't.
You know what? Count me in.
Oh, if you're in, then I'm in.
Huh? Well, then me too.
I'm out.
Damn it, you jerks.
Ah, whatever. As long as it makes Labrys smile. Dude, Yosuke's story is probably gonna end up being my favorite of the Arena stories. This is great.
All right, it's time we go back.
Everyone cheers in agreement. We all head to the roof. That's where the exit from the TV world is, in the studio area. Plus, we can meet up with Aigis while we're there. All Teddy has to do is bust out the exit, and we'll all be back at June S. We climb the stairs, and as I expected, Aigis is waiting for us. When she sees that Labrys is safe, she smiles.
It seems everything has been resolved.
But a pair I've never seen before are standing behind her. They have intensely intimidating auras. I can tell that they aren't normal people like me. I'm guessing they must be members of Aigis' team on the same mission as her.
It's over already. I still don't feel entirely satisfied, though.
Don't be like that, Akihiko. Just be happy that it's over.
I take a closer look at them. One's an amazingly gorgeous woman, and the other's a buff guy who isn't too shabby himself. And Aigis is pretty easy on the eyes, too. Put the three of them together, and they really pack a punch. And they're all just too dang attractive. It's not okay for so many attractive people to gather together like this. And the way they're dressed, well, they pack a punch, too, but in a different way. The beauty in the fur coat steps forward and bows to me. At the same time, Labras hides behind my back.
Hanamura, yes? You have my thanks for helping us retrieve Labras.
Is there a monetary reward for turning her in? Her tone is soft but articulate, intellectual and charming. But one of her words bothers me.
Could you maybe not use the word retrieve?
I'm a little scared to talk back to her, but I'm not going to budge on that one. My man! In this house, we respect women. She appears taken aback for just a moment, then she smiles.
You're right. My apologies. I'm Mitsuru Kirijo, Labras' handler.
Kirijo. I've heard that name somewhere before. Huh? Kirijo? As in the huge company Kirijo? I turn to Aigis for an answer. Picking up on what I wanted to say, she replies with a smile. Seriously? So the group she had mentioned was... Because we're all scared silly by the important name, Kirijo-san tells us, incredibly politely, that they were mostly the cause of the incident. She also explains what I wanted to know about most, how Labras was going to be treated.
I'm not gonna be scrapped.
I have no plans to shut you down or destroy you. Kirijo-san's answer is so direct that we can't help but cheer. Labras was more perplexed than happy. Kirijo-san takes Labras' hand and lowers her head.
Indeed, you aren't. You have done nothing wrong. It's actually me who should be apologizing to you.
Oh no, you don't gotta do that. I felt like there was no getting around being sealed away again. I've made friends now, so I thought I could live with it.
Labras.
I can't believe this is happening. This is all thanks to you. Yosuke. Kun. Ah!
Oh, are we gonna hear the voice?
Labras?
What the? Something's wrong with Labras. Aigis and the others all look confused by her unnatural pause. I know she's been through a lot today. Did she break or something? But then she speaks in a voice that none of us were expecting.
It's not over yet.
That's not Labras' voice. It's as if someone's speaking through her mouth.
Is this the same communication system we use? Everyone, step away from Labras.
Kirijo-san, seemingly used to dangerous situations, warns everyone. At that moment, Labras' hand moves, stretching toward the battle axe on her back.
Huh?
And the next instant, lifting the axe without hesitation, she swings right at me. That was faster than I've ever seen. Even the shadow wasn't that fast. The ground is split for several meters and the fragments fly everywhere. What the heck? What's going on here?
Labras! Hey, what's gotten into you?
I cannot gain access. She is being hacked. It isn't coming from inside this facility. The signal originates elsewhere.
You mean outside the TV?
This is just a little extra resistance. Now, entertain me.
Labras' face is completely expressionless as she points her axe at me.
What's happened to you, Labras? Damn it, why do we have to fight now after making it this far? Ugh!
Again? Did I fail her again? That horrible thought crept back into my mind. I frantically try to shake it out of my head as I lift my weapons. I try telling myself over and over, I don't have a choice, I have to do this. Dang it! Alright, this should be the last fight of Yosuke's story. Here we go, lads! When did that say Yosuke was born? June 20th? June 22nd?
Finally.
Sup? Let's go. Oh, calm down. Slice and dice. Stop using your persona on me. Don't you dare. You stop that right now, Labras. Easy. I still don't understand how poisoning a robot works. Oh dear. I want to get you with the ult. I want to finish you with my ult. We're good, we're good. What is that circle?
We're still up and bad.
Nope.
Just get started. Blade.
It's over. Get Brave Bladed.
Let's do this. You're finished.
Slice and dice.
Did it.
Ba 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 da ba. Labrys had stopped moving and had fallen to the floor. Now she began standing up robotically with jerking motions. She begins speaking in that eerie voice again. Eerie? Eerie? Maybe speaking is the wrong word, but it's definitely in my head.
My, she was quite easily defeated. Evidently, I didn't push her far enough. Well, she is a test unit, so this is as far as my little game goes.
So, whoever's voice this is the one controlling Labrys? From the way he was talking, I could tell that he wasn't serious. He doesn't comprehend how cruel he's being by controlling her like this.
Who are you?
Ah, yes. I have more than enough data now. I should thank you all. Although this didn't work out, you did stay in it to the very end.
Labrys' shadow was only the mastermind of the tournament. I see now. You're the true culprit behind the whole thing.
It hits me when Creature-san speaks. That's right, Labrys' shadow split from her after she entered the TV. She merely held the tournament. The shadow couldn't have pushed Labrys in here. Someone else, the culprit, has to exist, or this incident could never have happened.
Indeed. It was I who stole Labrys away. Since I don't have a persona and can't enter a TV, I needed a puppet that could run amok for me. Labrys' persona was only partially awakened, so I had a feeling her shadow would appear if she underwent a little suffering. You got the better of me this time. You deserve to know at least that much.
He admitted it, but his tone was mocking. The culprit is controlling Labrys somehow from a safe haven outside the TV? No way.
Using Labrys for your own selfish reasons? That's horrible. She has a heart. Do you even know how much pain Labrys went through?
I'm sorry, Yosuke, could you speak up? The music crescendoed a little bit there, and so I couldn't hear your voice acting. Because Atlus can't balance audio to save their frigging lives.
A heart, hmm? Meaningless. Whether or not she has one matters not at all to my plan.
You bastard.
Well then, everyone, until we meet again.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that her shadow would have existed if she didn't have a heart, so it was actually, like, incredibly instrumental to your plan. Because otherwise you would have, like, essentially just thrown a hunk of metal into the TV and it would not have created a shadow. The moment the voice stops, Labrys collapses to the ground like a puppet with cut strings. Igus quickly catches her and holds her up, but it looks like she's unconscious.
Damn it!
I really hate myself for celebrating that the case was closed just a few moments ago, but I'm really ticked off at whoever was controlling Labrys. He knew all about all of this, but he still manipulated Labrys' heart to do this to her. I'm so angry, I clench my fist so firmly that my nails are digging into my palms. Creature-san speaks from behind me.
It seems whoever our adversary is, they're connected to us. I advise you not to get involved in this matter any further. From here on, you should leave this to us.
Huh? Are you telling us to back off from this?
Like I can do that. Whoever's behind this knows what Labrys had to go through in her past. No, not just the past. He knew what would happen if she was pushed into the TV world. And on top of that, the instant he figured his plan had failed, he came and controlled her directly to turn us against her. It's like we're his toys. I'm not letting him get away with that.
I understand how you feel, but this is too dangerous for you. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. Trust in us and let us work.
Come on, we've been involved this far. You think we're just gonna shut up and watch you handle everything? She's probably saying that for our sakes, but how can we live with ourselves if they do all the fighting for us? No way, I can't let that happen. I open my mouth to really tell her off, but you speaks first.
Guys, let's leave this to them.
Huh? Are you serious?
Look at yourself, Yosuke. You can barely stand.
So he noticed. You was right. After all the fighting I've done today, I'm really beat. I'm sure everyone else is tired too, after being stuck in this world for so long.
What?
Yosuke, let's go back.
You staring at me? Ah, I get it.
Thank you for your understanding. Don't worry, we'll keep you safe.
I'm sorry, Hanamura-san.
Igus bows apologetically. I don't know what I was about to say instead of apologetically. I think I tried to say like angelically at the same time. We all look glum, but none of us object. After all, we know that they weren't doing this out of spite. But is this the last we'll see of Labris? I peek at her face as she lies in Igus-san's arms. Of course, since she's unconscious, I can't talk with her. We thank Kirijo-san and return to our world with heavy hearts. After returning from the TV, we gathered at the food court, but we didn't really talk much. We split up not long afterwards. After all, we were all pretty dang tired. Heck, Chie and Rize put their heads on the table and fell asleep. I didn't feel like stopping by anywhere, so I went straight home. And the last thing I could remember was being told dinner was almost ready. Oh, don't make me hungry, man. I gotta stream for another hour. The instant I reached my room, I lost consciousness. And then... loud electronic beeps bring me back into wakefulness. I reach out to my alarm clock, but realize that the beeping isn't my arm. But did you reach out to the truth? It's my cell phone.
Who's calling me this early?
Dang it. I'd plugged it in and now I can't reach it while I'm lying down. I rub my eyes tiredly and get up to grab the phone. Wait, where do you plug your phone in at that it's not in reach of your bed? My phone gets put on a wireless charger, right, oh, I just hit my headset on my mic. I'm sorry if that sounded weird, but I put mine on not a wireless charger. Is it called a wireless charger? The one where you, like, set the phone on top of the little pad and it, charges it? Like, right next to my bed in arm's reach. The caller is a number I don't know.
Hello? Huh?
I jolt wide awake. The speaker on the line is someone I never expected to hear from. I take a minute to fix my hair and make a mad dash to the place the caller told me to go.